If you grew up in Nigeria, there is a story you've almost certainly heard. A football legend so wild, so unbelievable, it has been passed down through generations, whispered in schoolyards, and told with wide-eyed conviction. It's the tale of a match that defies all logic. The day India supposedly defeated Nigeria 99-1. But this was no ordinary defeat. The legend says every time a Nigerian player went to kick the ball, it would magically transform into a roaring lion, a ball of fire, or a stone too heavy to move. How could anyone play against such power? Welcome to MythPulse Africa, where we dig into the stories that have shaped our continent. Today, we're setting the record straight on one of the most famous myths in African football history. Did India really beat Nigeria 99-1? The story has many versions. One popular account claims that the match was so lopsided because Indian players were using voodoo, making them invisible to their Nigerian opponents. Another version says the goalkeepers would see ferocious lions charging at them instead of a football, forcing them to flee the goalposts. In almost every telling, there's a hero, a brave Nigerian player who, against all odds, scored the nation's single, defiant goal. Some say it was Tislim Thunder Balogun. Others claim it was Muda Lawal. But the most common hero in this tale is the late, great Samuel Okaraji. The legend goes that he kicked the ball with all his might, even as it turned into a heavy stone, and scored for Nigeria. Tragically, this heroic act is often said to have cost him his life right there on the pitch. To top it all off, the myth concludes that after this magical match, FIFA was left with no choice but to ban India from international football for using black magic. It's a fantastic story, but is any of it true? The simple and direct answer is no. The 99-1 match never happened. It is pure myth. There is absolutely no official record of this match from FIFA, the Confederation of African Football, CAF, or the Nigeria Football Federation, NNF. The Nigerian national football team, then known as the Green Eagles, played its first official international game in 1949. Its history is well documented, from their first African Cup of Nations win in 1980 to their World Cup appearances. Nowhere in those official records is there a match against India. Similarly, the history of the Indian football team shows no such encounter. The truth is, the senior national teams of Nigeria and India have never faced each other in that era. A scoreline of 99-1 is also practically impossible under the standard rules of a 90-minute football match. So, where did the other parts of the myth come from? What about the FIFA ban? India did withdraw from the 1950 FIFA World Cup in Brazil, but it had nothing to do with magic. They qualified by default when other nations in their group pulled out. The All India Football Federation decided against sending the team, citing several reasons, including high travel costs, a lack of practice time, and a preference for the Olympics, which they considered more prestigious at the time. The famous story that they withdrew because FIFA wouldn't let them play barefoot is also another popular but unsupported myth. And what about the tragic story of Samuel Okaraji? The element of truth here makes the myth especially powerful. Samuel Okaraji did tragically die while playing for Nigeria. However, it was not in a mythical match against India. He collapsed and passed away from congestive heart failure during a 1990 World Cup qualifier against Angola at the Lagos National Stadium on August 12, 1989. Over time, his heartbreaking real-life story was sadly woven into the fictional tale of the 99-1 match, adding a layer of tragedy to the folklore. So, how did the story with no factual basis become so widespread? The answer lies in the power of folklore. In the days before the internet and widespread media, stories were the primary source of entertainment and explanation. This tale likely started as a playful story, perhaps to explain India's relative absence from the global football scene, and portrayed as a land of mystery and magic. It was a story told by elders, passed down in schools, and with each telling, it grew more dramatic and fantastical. It became a cherished piece of Nigerian football folklore, a testament to the nation's vibrant storytelling culture. The legend of Nigeria versus India is one of Africa's most entertaining and enduring football myths. It's a story that captured our imaginations, made us laugh, and made us wonder. It's a tale that is fun to hear, but important not to believe as history. So, the record is now straight. The 99-1 match is a myth. A brilliant, captivating myth, but a myth all the same. Did you hear this story when you were younger? Which version were you told? Share your memories in the comments below. And for more deep dives into Africa's greatest myths and histories, be sure to subscribe to MythPulse Africa. Thanks for watching.